I'm live. Hello, everybody. So this is fairly impromptu because originally I was planning to go live, 4 or 5 hours ago. I guess 6:30. So I was going to go live about 4 hours ago, but I got called in to do some readings. So do that, and I'm back now. And I was like, oh shoot. Let's just do the live chat right away because my sister's coming into town tomorrow and I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do it. So I thought I would just jump on and do this now. So welcome. I'm going to see if I can get the chat up. So I know it's super late, so I don't expect hardly anybody to be here, and that's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure that we got to do this. I'm going to be, if I can ever get this open, I'm going to pop open the chat, and then I'm going to be talking a little bit about Peggy's bags and doing the whole totally biased review thing. And I just thought it'd be fun to go live in case anybody is here hanging out. So let me get the chat thing open. Where's the window? Where's my chat? Bear with me. La la la. This will probably be much. at least on replay you can. At least on replay, you can like fast forward through all this waiting. Okay, there we go. Hi, La Gata Blanca. Am I saying that right? La Gata Blanca. Welcome. So I am actually, I need to get off of the, I guess I don't get to really see a preview. I guess I'll have a little bit of a preview. There we go. Oh, I did say it right. Oh, that's good. Well, welcome. So I'm going to be talking about Peggy's bags. I don't know how our stream is going, so hopefully it's going all right. Let me know if anything gets kind of funky, but sounds okay. And I think I'm streaming okay. Hi, Kay. Hi, Keith. Hi, Yvette. Hello. So I actually just wanted to talk. Oh, hi there. Oh, the other live just finished. Oh, that's good. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, but I really just wanted to get this done. So I'm just coming on now. So I asked in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group if you guys wanted to, if you would watch like a totally biased review, because I love what Peggy does as far as the tarot bags and reading cloths. But she's my wife, so bias and all. But I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about my experience with what she makes and why I'm excited about it as somebody who collects tarot decks and all that good stuff. I should actually be filming this in my room where you can see my tarot decks all hanging up behind me, but I have a lot of tarot and oracle decks, and I have started reading tarot back when tarot decks did not used to come in like really nice, sturdy boxes, and everything came in these flimsy boxes. So the first thing you would do when you got home from like wherever you got them, like your store or whatever, is you'd whip it out of the box and you'd pitch the box. And so I started out having all my tarot decks in bags pretty much, but the kind of bags I had would like last me like, I don't know, a few months. So I'll just kind of show. So this is kind of the style that I typically would see in my metaphysical shop, like kind of like a lightweight satin bag with like some ribbon drawstring. And these things would like snag on my cards and they would like this one is literally doing it right now. Like, look, it's just like literally falling apart before my very eyes. And I swear to God, I did not set that up. Like that's just happening right now. So this is the kind of stuff you would get. And it seemed great because that's what was out there. Hi, Xanthia. Hi, Stephen, by the way. Sorry, I don't think I said your name. But so this is the kind of thing I used to have is this kind of stuff, or like the velvet kind where same thing, like just a single layer. And it was fine. Like I still felt like I was putting my decks in pretty things and whatever. But when I can't remember why I first asked Peggy to make me a tarot bag, but I did. And the first ones that she made were so much, oh my gosh, I'm throwing this on the floor. They were so much better. There we go. Like my pink chair. Isn't it awesome? They were so much better than the other stuff that I could find out there that I was like in love immediately. And so we kind of worked together to come up with a template that would work for a variety of decks. So the first few that she made, I've got some of her original ones here, were just out of whatever kind of scrap fabric she had lying around. And so this one has kind of a satiny outside. And this one was sized to fit like your standard deck. Like, look at how perfect that is, by the way. Like I had her pick the fabric. I literally picked out the fabric, the thread, everything so that it would match this deck, which is one of the reasons why I got really excited about her making stuff. Hi, Julie. You're awake. Woo! People are actually awake. Hi, Kay. So anyways, I got really excited. This is one of my favorites actually that she did initially. But these bags were sized perfectly to fit like your standard sort of deck, no box, nothing fancy, just exactly fit, which was great. But then we realized that some of my decks are bigger, or they're indie, or they have boxes. Here's another one of her first ones. But one thing that she did differently right away is that she lines all of her bags. So usually, I'll show you an example of what I mean. So like usually when you get a tarot bag, the inside is just kind of naked. It's like folded over. All the seams are kind of exposed, which is why you get all that like fraying. And it drove me batty. Like it drove me batty. Plus they wouldn't like, look, it's gross inside, right? And it's really simply done. Whereas when she made it, what she did is came up with a design. So like this one, what she does is whatever fabric she puts on the inside, she rolls the hems under. So there's no exposed edges. And I'm just seeing everybody chatting. That's awesome. You're awake for now, right, Xanthia? It's probably really late where you are. So there's no place to fray. It's all completely tucked in. So there's nothing to snag. There's no loose threads. There's nothing to fall apart. And because it's lined, I feel like my deck is really protected, and it does feel a little thicker. So like this has got some body to it, whereas like this kind of basic bag is super flimsy and thin. Plus, because there's no like plushness to it, if your cards are in here, I don't even want to put my deck in here. It's sacrilege. When I put my cards in here, like you can see, like they poke. They don't feel very protected. Like I feel like they could get knocked around. Oh, thank you, Kay. Kay says she likes your designs, honey. Yay. But with something like this, it's got a little bit of thickness and padding to it just automatically because it's lined. So my cards aren't poking out the corners. So this is kind of, oh, it's only 8:34. That's not bad. It's 6:35 here. Plus, she did this really cool kind of stitching, and she doesn't do this on every single bag, but she does it on a lot of them now. I think I've got her convinced to pretty much do it on almost everything. And so these were the first couple designs. Was this bag here, that this one has my Heart of Fairy tarot or Oracle deck rather, Brian Froud deck. And then the other one of her first designs, same kind of size. This one has my Ciro Marchetti Legacy of the Divine deck in here. What's upside down? Why is it? No, it's not upside down. Okay, we're good. 9:35 here, Kay. Okay, good. We're in the States. Oh, hello. So this was the other first design. So you can see these ones are like exactly the right size for sort of a standard deck. And I thought, okay, this is the perfect size. But then we started, and we also weren't sure what the cords were going to be like. Some of her initial designs have like these braided cords, which they look nice, but I found that they weren't as sturdy over time. Like some of them are still really, really good. These cords hold up well, but we wanted to get to a place where her cords were more or less kind of standardized. I say we. I know she's over there like we. I know this is totally her thing, and I'm acting like it's all mine. Oh,
you're the one who decided on the cord length.
I did. I picked the cord length. So all kinds of things. Like I hang my bags, as you guys have probably seen in the backs of my videos. I hang them on a rack system. And so I wanted to standardize the length of the cord so that, you know, when you open the bag, you've still got some cord left, but not too much, and all these like sort of fussy things. And it was great because Peggy was right here and I could be super demanding and she would just make me exactly what I wanted, which is kind of how all of this came to be. So these are sort of what her first ones look like. And then she stumbled on like the perfect size. And I don't remember how she did this. Maybe we'll ask her when I drag her over here. But once she figured out a really good standard size, we figured out that it could hold like indie decks in their boxes. So this one is my I Believe in Unicorns bag. And this is when we first started getting into, at least I think this is when we first started getting into this particular cord. This is actually a industrial, like a military strength paracord. I believe it's like a 550 paracord, but this is actually rainbow to go with this rainbow bag. But this size turned out to be perfect. So for comparison, like here's what, I'll take it out of the, I just like showing off all her stuff. So this is kind of the original size compared to her current standard size. So this is the first prototypes that she made was this size, which is standard deck size. And then what she ended up coming up with was a little bit taller. And as you can see, it's a bit wider. So even decks like this go in it no problem and still close at the top, which was what I wanted, was something that could hold even my independent decks. I'm just looking at chat now. Hi, Angela. Hi, Scorp. Hi, Chris Ann. Yeah, Kay. I like that it's roomy enough. And also because there's some space, like if I want a particular deck to have a crystal that lives with it, or if I want it to be wrapped in silk and then put in the bag, there's all the space to do that. Nowadays, a lot of decks come with their own boxes, like these independent decks, right? So I want to be able to keep them in their sturdy box, but then still hang them from my wall. Plus, I like giving them pretty things. It's kind of like dressing your pets. Like, I just want to give my decks pretty things to wear, you see? And having her... Yeah, I know, I'm making it weird, Peggy says. But I think it's really cool because I was able to kind of work with her. And like, as she started acquiring fabric and stuff, I was like, hey, that fabric matches this deck. And I'll show you some examples. So like, obviously, Crystal Unicorn Tarot and the I Believe in Unicorn bag, perfect match. Other really cool matches. So this really cool, like turtle, it looks almost like beadwork, like Native American beadwork is what this reminds me of. And this is and this is just an example because it's a giant deck. This is my Wisdom Keepers Tarot, which if any of you, like this is my face and this is the deck and it still fits in this bag and closes with its book, mind you, which is also in there. So this deck I thought would be perfect for that beaded bag. It just gives me those vibes, those like kind of creative. And the fact that her standard bag size can hold these, even this big deck, like look, all the way in, all the way closed. Like I couldn't be happier. So that's another match that I was really excited about. Here's another good one. So this one is like a sacred geometry. I can't talk. I'm really hyper because I did readings today. Which cards are which, Scorp? The ones I was just holding up? Oh, these ones? So this is the Wisdom Keepers deck. This one here. This is the Wisdom Keepers deck. It's by Rosie Aronson. That's the guidebook that comes with it. And this deck has just really close-up images of faces. And the faces have all these like symbols on them. And I think it was just sort of intuitively drawn that way. So there's a lot to dig into. This is a really cool deck, actually. I like to use it for one-card pulls. Love it. But yeah, so matching. Oh, I was going to talk about sacred geometry. Will you stop wrestling with the dog? Peggy's like over there wrestling with the dog. She's very excited. Nope. So here's another example. So she did like a black threaded accent here. So here again, you can see that we've standardized with this. She's standardized, I suppose. Hi, Lucy. With this paracord style cord. And the core of it is taken out so that it's nice and soft and flexible. It's not super stiff. That's my dog, Kay. My dog's in the background freaking out and pitching a total fit.
She wants treats.
Well, give her treats then. Just give her some stuff. Give her a milk.
Load her up on junk. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, load her up on junk.
Can't figure out what one is diabetic.
So this has all this like cool geometry on it, and I was like, hey, that's perfect for the Star Child. Because if you know the Star Child at all, this is the Akashic version. Let's see if I can find a card that shows it. Watch, there's going to be none in here that do it. Where's all my sacred geometry? There's some here we go. There's some geometry kind of in the background. And I was like, this bag or fabric is so perfect, right? I don't know if that shows up on camera, but there's this like white geometry in the back. Oh, your cat keeps looking at your laptop when he hears your dog. Yeah, my they have some diluted milk now. They're good. They're being whiny because their normal dinner time is 7:30, but daylight savings happened and their little doggy clocks are still set to the later time. So they're like, hey, it's supposed to be dinner. Hi, Dawn. So this is another example of a really fun match that I made. A couple others really quick that I thought were cool. So this really cool sort of tan with brown woody sort of things on it. I have my Druid Craft Tarot in that one. My really naturey, like druidy, woody sort of deck. At least that's how I see it. goes really beautifully in here. But yeah, so standard sort of tarot size. She is currently working on, because I have enough decks now, I think, in the right size ranges to help her figure out the sizing. But she's also now working on a small bag that will be sized to fit anything around the same size as a tarot in a tin. She's made a couple prototypes. They're just a shy bit too small. Oh, she's going to bring them over. Oh, perfect. Thanks. She's going to come on here in just a minute too. So like here's one that's a prototype for tarot in a tin. It does fit. It's just a little short, so it doesn't quite pull in all the way yet. So she's going to make it just a little bit longer, but width-wise, it's pretty much perfect. This has got my Rider-Waite Centennial in a tin in it for now. And then she's also working on a mini. How cute is this? Okay, so here's a comparison. Here's the standard. Here's sort of the small, so you can kind of see we're really close to having the right size here. And then this, hold on, I'll hold it in front. This is the mini. Look at how cute that is. So it's also still a little bit short, but this is for decks like this size. So this is the Fairy Tarot Mini. This is a low Scarabeo deck. It's itty bitty. And so this would also be good. The size we're going for is one that will hold decks of this little mini size, and also will hold, like say the Mildred Payne deck or the Earthbound Oracle. I think the Earthbound Oracle is this small. It might be actually more like this size. But so the idea is that she'll have a small and mini bag up on her shop soon. But this guy's so cute. Look how cute it is. I just took on my like baby voice. Isn't that awesome? So this is one of the reasons why I love her stuff. This is because I feel like every single bag I have from her is going to last me forever. I don't think these are ever going to break down. Nowadays, she lines most of them with black cotton, so it's pretty universal. All the seams are all hidden. There's nothing to snag. There's nothing to fray. So it's going to just last and last and last. Whereas this other stuff just like falls apart. So really excited about that. She gets a whole bunch of fun fabrics. You know, we do runs out to fabric stores and look for stuff that might be witchy or tarot-y or whatnot. The one time we actually stumbled onto some Gustav Klimt fabric. I don't think I brought it over. I didn't bring it over. So she made a couple bags. I think she might have still a couple up in her shop. I was like, hey, there's a Gustav Klimt tarot, and now there's Gustav Klimt fabric, and that's really exciting. Peekaboo Rose loves minis too. And the dogs are now content because their bellies are full of at least liquid, if nothing else. So yeah, so hopefully soon you will start to see these mini deck bags. This size is also sized to be appropriate for Lenormand decks. It's about the right size for Lenormand decks. That's why we're using the tarot as a tin. In a tin as the as one of the measuring, and I've also pulled out 3 of my Lenormand decks to check the sizing. Because one of the things that she really likes and that I really like about her standard size, as opposed to something like this that's more fitted, is that it's like so universal. I have yet to have a deck that won't fit in here. In fact, yeah, I can't think of any that I have not been able to fit in this size. If for some reason there's ever a call, she could also make like a super jumbo or a jumbo size that could also hold its guidebook or something. Can she make those bags that wrap around and tie? I've seen those. She hasn't made them yet. Have you seen those, honey? The deck wrap bags where you put the deck in and then there's a fold over and then a ribbon that kind of goes all the way around. She can. She hasn't yet.
Nobody's asked for them.
Yeah, she says nobody's asked for them. I think Chris Ann is asking for them.
Oh, Michael.
She's like, okay, she'll make some. That was easy. So I wanted to and then reading class. So
I just need to know what kind of decks people want to put in so I know what size to make.
Standard size. I don't know. Would this be, could you do those wraparound bags in like a standard size, or would they have to be? Chris Ann, oh, Peggy, oh, yes, I am. I swear to God, I saw that and I just totally read it as, oh, hell yes, I am. That's hilarious. The famous one Simon has for his DV Moon. Yeah, I know which kind you're talking about. And yeah, she totally can make those. So I want to talk briefly about reading cloths. Same deal. My frustration with reading cloths is that they were often just as flimsy as this, if not flimsier. They've always been like almost like scarf material, like really super light. And I freaking hate it when I put a spread cloth down and I put my cards down and then I pick up my card and the cloth comes with it. It drives me batty. So I was like, hey, can you make me some spread cloths? So one of the first ones I had her make me that I still just love I used it all last week, so you probably saw this on my Instagram, is this one. This is actually silk, which she kind of hated working with it because it moved a lot. And I had her put it on velvet, which was extra special fun time for her because velvet also likes to move. Oh, it's the dog. Yeah, it's the dog. She's back just making all kinds of noise. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorites. And it's a nice, like big sort of rectangular size. Most of her reading cloths on the shop are just a little bit smaller and squarer than this. I think they're what, 20 by 20 or 18 by 18 inches typically, your reading cloths?
20, I think is what I've standardized.
Yeah. So here's another one of the first ones she made me. This one's a little smaller, and this was cotton on like a faux suede. Mine's a little wrinkly because I had it bunched up in a pile beside me. Thank you, Kay. But I really like these because they've got some weight to them. They're cotton. Most of her spread cloths are cotton on cotton. Some are cotton on velvet. I whine for velvet on everything. Yes, Lucy says silk and velvet is a nightmare to sew. She only did this because I like bugged and bugged and bugged. And I like the velvet because it doesn't, I feel like I don't get creases and I hate ironing. So there's that. Hi, Molly. I'm literally raving about Peggy's stuff and she's my wife and it's totally biased. And like, you know, form your own opinions. It's fine. I'm going to drag her on here in a minute so you guys can chat with her too. So yeah, reading cloth. I'll let her show off her latest creation. And one more reading cloth to show. This one's on purple velvet, like a dark purple. And it's so colorful. But sometimes what she does is she'll get a piece of fabric and she'll get enough that she can make a bag or two and a cloth or two, which is super awesome. But to date, I think I'm the only person, maybe one other person has gotten a matching, because people tend to get like coordinating but not matching, right? Yeah, I like matchy-matchy. I like matchy-matchy. But yeah. Okay, you should come hang out with me because I'm all by myself and I'm done raving about you, so you shouldn't get too blushy. You gonna come? You gonna come hang out? She's like, yeah. Here she comes. She's coming. She's coming. I'm like leaning in to look at the chat because I am apparently blind. And I don't wear my glasses. Also, I got a latte and it was like, it's delicious. Chestnut pralines. Does anybody like that?
Half my face because you didn't give me any.
I'm sorry. Here. I couldn't tell.
Chair you sat
I couldn't tell how much room our hips were gonna need. I should have. We both got hips, man.
We both got hips. We need space.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hello. So I will let Peggy tell you about her newest fun time.
Well, my newest thing. Okay. So on the supportive tarot group, Lisa's already spilled the beans because she got excited, but I have an embroidery machine now.
I almost knocked over my coffee.
So this is going to be showing up sooner or later.
This is mine. You guys can't have it. It's mine.
Oh, and thanks.
I stole her very first one. Look, it's a crystal grid. I'm so excited.
So yeah. No, and how this started, because you got that wrong. How this started was
I got it wrong, guys. She's gonna correct me now.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you guys like this one. This is like my second ever embroidery project.
Oh,
so
you should do one of these for the 500 subscriber giveaway.
I was thinking of that, but thanks for rolling that.
Stealing your thunder.
Anyway, no, I had some fabric stockpiled because I had done a couple of, I had something going on, and we decided to make it instead of, I forget what we were doing, costuming for something, and we decided to make it instead of buy it because we realized that to buy what we needed was going to cost like several $100s. To make it was going to cost a cheap sewing machine and like whatever. So we did this project anyway, and I had leftover fabric. Now I have the machine, have the left, and Lisa's like, whatever, and everything's like quiet in the background. Then we go to a tarot store one day.
That's right. Yes.
Anyway, so I'm trying to remember something at the same time as I'm talking about. So I'm just going to go for like an hour. So we go to it. So I've got this stuff now from an old project that's sitting in the back. We go to a witchy shop the one day. I think it was Reflections. She picks up a new deck. And she's looking at the bags, and I'm like, these bags are crap.
Because Peggy says
they're pretty. They're
right?
really, really pretty bags. They're really pretty, but
like,
it's like
crap.
They're not lined well. It's like I'm like, oh, really? You want to spend money on that? I can just make some. And she's going, ooh. I go home and make her a couple bags. She decides that she likes them, and next thing I know, I'm at the fabric store.
The fabric shopping is my favorite part.
Well, she's picking out one of everything.
All the fabric.
Thing is that with the fabrics, the way fabrics are, you pick your length, but you don't get to pick your width. So to pick a piece that's wide enough to make a bag for her means I have at least enough material left over for another bag.
Remember what I said before about make one for me, make one for the internet?
Yeah,
that's how that started.
That's how that started. So that's pretty much the whole story in a nutshell right there.
How you got started putting it on Etsy.
And then she decides, oh, this is really nice. I want all my bags in.
You guys saw how many decks I have, and
Oh my
like
gosh,
every
it's going
time I get a
crazy.
new deck, I steal a bag, or sometimes before.
Yeah, so that's the entire story. That's it. Like she needed some bags.
But then you fine
stuff
tuned it
that-
and got the good size.
Well,
Well, now all the cording
I
is
had
pretty
all the
much
extra-
the same type. It's all
But I had
this
all the
kind.
extra. I had all the extra materials. Kind of how that started.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
this wasn't some let's go make money off the internet. It was nothing like that. It was
But
like
it
I had
does
all
help-
this. I had
it
all
does
this
help
material,
fund-
and
It does help fund my deck buying habit.
yeah,
It does.
because all of a sudden I'm making all these bags, and I've got all this leftover fabric that I can't use because
So much fabric.
You know, everybody I know is
And
looking
I
at
can
bags.
always come up with ways for you to use your fabric.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's
So then
really.
she made this, and guess what I asked her to put it on? Put it on velvet
Ooh,
for
I'll
me,
be right
honey.
back. Gotta show you.
Oh, I had another thing I wanted to show you guys if I have it here. I do. So in one of my witchy subscription boxes, they sent a spread cloth, and I kind of scoffed, all judgmental like, and was like, "Look, honey, they sent me a spread cloth," and it was just this kind of crappy. It doesn't even feel like it's not crappy. I mean, it's nice, but it was just a single layer.
It's the generic quality stuff. It's the stuff that's out there is pretty to look at. But like
flimsy.
this didn't even have this was just cheap.
It was
serging.
it was just a single piece, like a handkerchief. Wait, I'm not done.
Okay, I'll
It's
put it
still
away.
my thunder. You guys show that in a second.
Okay, fine. I'll show.
It's my
show
turn.
this one.
Do not show the dick butt. God damn it! You just made me say it. God damn it! I just swore.
This is going on to something
give
for
up.
my. This is going on to
No,
something for my
why are
son.
you showing this?
This is going on to something for my son.
Kids, this is not friendly for children.
This is all over
So
the
much for,
internet.
like, the
It's
nudity
all
warning.
over the internet. It is super, super popular. It's all over the internet right now.
Why? Oh my god. Okay, we don't ever let each other talk. We're the worst. I can't believe you showed you literally
See people that
she snuck that over.
I did not. She saw me go get this
She
one.
went and picked me up
This
from
is one of my other ones that I did.
This is actually a
recently.
pretty one. Isn't this nice?
I've just been doing them onto scrap right now, and I might turn this like into a pencil case or something small.
Okay, back to me.
And then I have a dick butt.
Stop saying dick butt on my chest. Stop making me say dick butt on my chest. My son's
Okay, I live for this.
Oh my god.
I really live for embarrassing
Julie
my
doesn't-
wife in public.
Julie doesn't know what it is. Can you? I'm not saying it again. So
What, this?
She says I've never heard of a. It's a character. Is there a history?
Okay, you know what a meme is
believe we're
when you
talking
see
about
those
this.
really goofy cartoons and stuff
Why?
on the gag sites, the joke sites like 9gag. It's on Reddit sometimes, all those things. And people, for some reason, it just stirred up, and it was so ridiculous that it just took off, and people just fell in love with it.
See, look at this now. YouTube.
Yeah,
doesn't
dick
even
butt
know.
just might be the new fart.
No, it's not. Don't even start that across YouTube. I will be so sad. I'm sorry that now YouTube thinks we're all spam because we're saying dick butt in chat. See, so it's like hiding on the com. Oh my god, Molly. Am I red right now? Because I feel like I'm purple.
You're purple right
Oh my
now.
God.
Okay,
She goes-
anyway,
okay, wait.
the sad part is that I actually took the time to get
Design
the
it.
get the image, design, get
can't
the image,
believe you
convert
embroidered
the
it.
image, confirm the image, embroider the image. This was a process. Like,
Is anybody surprised right now? No, nobody's surprised. I'm happy
Okay.
I made you turn red, Lisa. Yeah.
okay,
thanks. It's not hard.
Like, okay, you stop. Show of hands. Who is surprised?
Show of hands. They're not on camera.
No, people can say me. People can type in. Okay. Who is surprised that I came up with something to embarrass my wife? Who is surprised? Nobody is surprised that I embarrassed you.
True. Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
So anyway, she comes in.
Look, your heart rate is up. You have a rosy glow. Cardio for the day.
Bringing Peggy on live chat is like cardio. You're making the camera wobble.
I'm leaning. It's like we're in Vancouver. It's an
She
earthquake.
picked me up from crickets in the chat. Lol. She picks me up from Reflections today because I went in to do some readings, which is why we didn't do this chat at 2:00 today.
Yeah.
And she picks me up, and I've already shown the shop owner this lovely crystal grid.
I didn't bring this with me.
Thank God she didn't bring
now
it with her.
So you're trying
But
to
the
embarrass
first
me, and I'm
thing
just
she
going to
does-
laugh because it's funny.
The first thing she does, it says, Melissa, that's the owner of the shop, I made a dick butt. And
For
I'm
my
like,
son.
"What? I just did readings at the shop. And
Yeah, see, it is my hobby.
we all have our hobbies.
It is, yeah. So Molly
Why
just
do I
said
subject myself to this by even
Lisa
putting it
loves
on?
tarot, and I love embarrassing Lisa. I think of it as my calling in life, and I think I'm very good at it. Thank you very much.
I'm going to do a live reading for you one of these days and just see what comes up. All All right.
Anyway,
but I was
anybody-
telling this story
stop.
first.
I don't care
what?
about your story. Anybody has?
doesn't care about my story.
I've been sitting over there listening to
Wow.
you like talk. Anyway, if anybody has any
Wow.
questions
Oh yeah, please hit us with any questions
about materials they want to see, I don't know what kind of question anybody might have about sewing a tarot bag or other stuff.
I do subject myself to it for the bags and cloths.
Yeah, see,
it's like the price I have to pay.
they know you,
which is better than an actual price because I need my money to spend on decks.
Anyway.
Oh, I was going to show this. I was going to tell this story. We didn't get to tell this.
Oh,
story.
yes.
So I got this cloth, and then I gave it. This came in my House of Ritual subscription box last month, and I got her to back it on velvet and hem it down before my ritual. Like I was like, okay, I got 3 days. Can you make this work? And she stitched it even in silver to kind of coordinate with the kind of printed on border.
That's actually a pale gray.
Well, it's pale gray that looks like silver.
Yeah,
I just said that. All right. Yeah. So that's the kind of cool
anyway,
stuff she does.
yeah. So this started off as a way to get rid of extra fabric. I'm now working on other things.
More of this.
Yeah, saved my yeah. So
so tell them some of the stuff you're most excited to be figuring out designs to embroider, even if it doesn't happen. The stuff that you want right
now. Labyrinths. I've downloaded. Basically, there's a process. You have to get the first. You can anyway. I found a really good labyrinth that I was able to convert and edit and make it my own. So I've got. I'm going to be working on labyrinths. I'm going to be working on chakra.
Chakra like symbols, like the symbols for each chakra.
Well, basically for embroidery, it's really easy. You can pick a simple design, and then like for chakra. You get for chakras, you just get the correct designs. Then you just embroider them out in the correct colors.
Well, and also you were working on those quilted cloths, and you wanted like, have you seen her quilted?
They're all
I think
gone.
I've shown them on the chat. They're all gone now.
Oh yeah, you can't see them in the store right now. So I'm quilting stuff. I'm working on. I'm actually brand new to quilting too. So I've been doing some small quilting projects. I'm going to be doing more of those.
You did. I was going to tell you what you did. Some of you saw it. I think there's pictures of it in the Supportive Tarot Facebook group. She did some like elemental, so that it's got like in the right order, like green in the north for. You did it. Green in the north for earth, and like red in the south for red. Red in the south for fire.
Yeah, element cloth.
An element altar cloth. She sent a small one of them, like a mini, to Simon.
And 2 more went up on the shelf.
And then you sold 2.
They're both gone. I think they're both gone.
Yeah, the ones that you sold were bigger. They had like a border, but yeah. She's done that.
So that's. I don't know how long can you really? I don't know. Is there anything you guys want to know? Anything you guys want to see
or request? She loves requests. She gets them from me all the time.
Okay, Lucy got it.
Oh, Lucy, you ordered. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making more of them. These black and gold, the black with the gold swirl as the background. I'm actually out of that right now, so I'm gonna.
I would pull it off my altar to show you, but I got stuff on it.
She's lazy.
And I'm lazy.
She's super lazy.
Super lazy.
I'm gonna be doing more of the element stuff and getting up there. I managed a couple of weeks ago to throw my back out. That was fun. So I've just been super lazy for the last couple of weeks.
Peggy, you're so talented. Art class at school. I'm still showing the children how to do stick figures. I love stick figures, and obviously I can't draw a stick
figure, but you give me something to put on the computer, and I can edit it and make it look all kinds of neat stuff. So. Kids that can't draw stick figures, give them a computer and watch what they can do. It's crazy.
And I have to say, you guys have all been super sweet. Like everybody's posting about your stuff, and I feel almost like embarrassed about it. I'm
like really, really like, oh my God.
People are talking, and I'm like, we're not on here to sell you all stuff. It's just really exciting and fun because she likes the thing about Peggy. The thing about Peggy. Hold on. No, don't cover my hand. That's gross.
Don't cover my mouth. That's gross.
The thing is, that's the only way I can get a word in edgewise. The thing is that she really likes making stuff, and then like she gets really excited when other people want it. So like people come over to her house and she just thrusts sewn things at them. She's like, here, I made this and I made this, and you should just take it home.
Okay, so that basically what the elemental one had a layer of quilting in it to make it a little bit she's gonna go grab hers. It has a layer of quilting in it to make it just a little bit stiffer. But you can either use it as an altar cloth, a tarot cloth. It's big. It's the same. I think it's like an inch. I think the last ones I made were like an inch bigger than a regular altar cloth. So they're pretty multi-purpose, but I did them with a layer of batting because I needed to quilt it anyway because of the way I put them together. But they can be used for both. Not the cell stuff. Everyone rushes to. Wait. I'm missing something, Lucy. Oh. Everyone rushes to Etsy. Okay, I get it. Takes me a minute sometimes. Oh my god! At least I'm wearing my glasses this time. Yeah, and we've got now. Lisa's going to dig. So I'll let you in on like one secret is what we've decided to do. I'm gonna tell them now because
You gonna tell now? Wait. Let me show.
okay,
this
you
first.
show the thing.
Okay, so this is one of the full-size elemental cloths.
Yeah.
So if I hold it north at the top. So green for earth, blue for water, yellow for air, and red for south.
I think they know that. I think you guys know that part.
But I'm helping.
Yeah, there's a secret, but Lisa
Red for
interrupted me. I'm
fire.
sorry. Just hold on for a second.
And then they're backed. See? Peggy's really excited to share her secret. We make her wait because torturing her is fun.
They're I don't know if you can see the width on these. They do have a layer of batting, but it's I opted for a thin batting so it still drapes nicely.
So this sits on my altar and then I put stuff in the quadrants for the elements and it makes me really happy. You gotta wait. You just gotta wait.
No.
Be patient.
No.
Like embrace the hanged man. Just like sit in suspense.
I'm gonna lean over and lick your face in a minute.
Don't lick my face. I've got makeup on. You want to lick my face now? How about now?
How about now? Just spit from a distance.
She's disgusting. She's disgusting. She wants to spit on me. What kind of love is this?
Well, I was gonna lick you, but you put makeup on.
So this will go back on my altar with stuff in the quadrants, and it'll be awesome. Yeah. So you've made 2 of these so far.
3 of them.
3 of them. Oh,
I'm making. Okay, I am making more of those. Like I said, I've managed. I did this really stupid thing. What's the name of that joint again? This is like the stupidest thing.
Facet joint.
No, the zoo, whatever.
Facet joint. That's the short name.
Okay. There's this little teeny tiny joint right just above where your spine goes.
It's in your spine. It's in your low back.
So I'm gonna over explain this because I am still astounded that this happened. So basically,
she's accident prone.
I am not
and old. You're really old. This wouldn't have happened if you weren't old. Love you.
Okay, guys. Now you know why I'm mean to my wife. Anyway,
if she can dish it, she can take it, right?
So you ever throw your back out? You ever throw your whatever out? If you throw out
your whatever out.
Yeah, well, everybody, you say, "Oh, I threw my back out," or "I threw my hip out." I think most of us know what that means.
Only old people like you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm sorry. If anybody else is actually offended, I only want to offend her. Nobody else.
Yeah, be offended. This would be funny. I threw out anyway. This is a really teeny tiny joint, and it's a joint that like nobody else on the freaking planet throws this joint. I threw it out, and because it's such a tiny joint and so hard to get at, it took like 2.5 weeks to actually resolve itself. It was like the craziest bloody thing, and I'm just like, but yeah.
Arthritis and all my facet joint. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
I only like to make it an age thing with her. She's not actually all that old.
Yeah,
if I don't tease her about
she's nice
old,
to everybody else. She's just cruel to me.
Yeah.
Watch this. Bruises on the inside. See?
That's me. Okay, there's a story.
I'm
not as twisted as she's making me sound. I might be a little bit. Stop.
It's a really bad inside joke where she was joking around about you know how couples do the thing. So we were joking. We were joking
every time.
Yeah, we were joking around. We were joking around about something really stupid, and it was like, "Oh yeah, well, I have bruises." She's like, "No, you don't." I said, "They're on the inside or something like that." And she just killed herself laughing for an hour.
I was like, I gave you bruises on the inside. I was so proud of myself.
I did, cheeky. Okay, so the secret.
The secret.
Okay, you need to shut up. Don't help.
I'm gonna hide back here.
You hide back there.
At all.
Yeah, you did all the talking. Okay, so we've put together not put together. There is now a coupon code on my Etsy store.
I did nothing.
I told you to shut up.
I'm supposed to be shutting up, you guys. How's it going so far? Am I shutting up yet? Oh, this is neat because we're on camera. Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
Anyway,
so what's the secret? Have you told us the secret yet? I want to know. What's the secret? That's okay, Ditchy.
Spell it any way you want. I don't care. I think it's funny. Wait, I spelled it.
Isn't there a secret? Shouldn't you be telling us about the secret?
You know, I spell your name with a B sometimes.
Whoa, that escalated quickly.
So 10% discount permanent for anybody who uses the discount code Supportive Tarot.
Yeah.
I think the way Etsy works is you do your whatever, and then you it'll give you a space to add the code when you're checking out. So anybody who's been looking and wanting now, anybody who's been looking and wanting, that's permanent. It's always going to be there. Share it with your friends. Share it with everybody. There's no rules. I don't care. I'm not going to advertise it except on here because we like to feel special. But anybody can use that code anytime and no problem. Now, the way Etsy works is you cannot combine discounts. So if I'm having a sale and it happens to be a better deal for you, then do the deal because it won't let you double up.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that. Oops, sorry.
She just wanted to say thank you to everybody for being so amazing and like supportive, and it's really awesome. So
you guys helped pay for the embroidery machine. I better thank you somehow.
Yeah, right. So she just wanted. This was all her. She just wanted to say thank you for
Bruno needs
being
to be
so super supportive, and so you can just use that code always forever to get 10% off.
Yeah, it's just either permit. So basically, now Etsy's also a little weird sometimes. So if for some reason you are looking at something, whatever, and the code doesn't appear to work, tell me.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes it makes you manually add listings to the code. So sometimes if new listings go up, they're not in it or something, but they're supposed to be. So if you go to checkout or something.
Everybody who's saying thank you for the bags and all that stuff, that's great. I'm glad you guys like them.
Is he going to walk on the table right now?
And also, if anybody has any suggestions on color schemes, patterns, anything like that they might want to see, I'm always looking for new ideas because basically we pick up material.
They want to do the wrap bag. That came up already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I better go write it down anyway. Hi, monkey.
He's got his paws on the table.
He is waiting for his dinner and he's not doing very well.
Almost his dinner.
Mr. Hungry. But yeah, so basically when Lisa and I go shopping for fabric, we're shopping based on what we like because obviously it's hard to get feedback about what other people like.
Thank you, Dead Cheeky. I've noticed that. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
She's been showing it off on her videos and stuff.
I saw it. Yeah, you showed me that. You showed me.
Yeah, I think every time I see somebody mention one of the things, I send her a link.
I'm like, I need to say, I'm like, I need to talk to this person and say thank you and do this and do that. And oh wait, that'll make it weird.
She's really worried.
I try not to be the weird one. Anyway,
oh, sorry, buddy.
So this is the All About Peggy bags. Peggy bags, tarot cloths, reading cloths, element cloths, chakras. I'm working on chakras to do with and without embroidery. And again, back to this, I'm going to just whine nonstop because some of this stuff was already, if everything had gone to plan, some of this stuff would already be on the shop. But
she has a whole new batch that's like not finished yet because
I did a whole bunch of stuff and it's just sitting there. It's been sitting there for like the last 2 weeks waiting for me to finish it.
This one is Bruno, by the way.
That's Bruno. He's our little blindly boy.
Our blindly diabetic boy. He's like, pay attention to me.
He loves everybody.
Lucy, what? I love being the weird one. If we message and show you a specific deck, can you make one to go with it?
I can't. If you message,
I'm really good at matching fabrics.
Yeah. If you message and show me a particular deck,
or message me and send me a picture.
If you message Lisa with a particular deck or a particular thing, because we're living in Vancouver, so basically we've got 3 different chains of stores that do fabric.
Oh my God, Angela just bought a bag. Thank you. That's not why we're doing this, just so you guys know. I was just like, I really want to review your stuff. This is not a sales pitch. I swear. And no, it looks like it. It's just really meant to be a super biased review because I love this stuff.
So basically when we go shopping, we can only shop to our own taste. So without people telling us, I'd love to see swirly things. I'd love to see bright things. I'd love to see dark things, or
certain color combos.
Or certain color combos. Oh, and we, So, and sometimes, I mean, there are fabrics out there that cost like $40 a meter, and unless I have a guarantee that I'm going to sell a certain percentage of it, I won't make enough money I'll lose money to even. I'm not going to stockpile.
I think I have one.
I'm just going to babble now. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I don't interrupt her. You're welcome.
The Cosmos one.
The Cosmos one is great.
Angela,
no.
Okay. I feel better then. I'm just glad you got your 10%. Yeah. Oh, and something else I'm going to be doing. I haven't done it yet, and again, I've been laid up and whiny and miserable. It looks like I'm going to be able to lower my shipping costs to. Not to the US yet, but it looks like I'm going to be able to lower my shipping costs to the UK, the EU, and Australia.
Yeah, the US shipping is actually already like really cheap. It's like $5 Canadian.
$5 Canadian is about $3.50 American. So
Bruno,
it's
you
not
gotta get down, buddy. Real quick, I want to answer this.
So you'll be
so Lucy says something astrological. So we are always looking for and snap up when we can find it anything astrological. So anything that looks like cosmic or stars or moons or anything like that, we always grab.
I've shipped to Mexico.
We can check and see. I think that one could probably be in the same range as the UK, Mexico.
I have to look
Do you
at
remember what
basically.
it was last time, Lucy? Just off, if you don't mind sharing. I think it's probably still the international rate, which was 15 Canadian.
I haven't changed it yet. I've been too.
So you might be able to lower Mexico too.
Well, I don't want to say.
Maybe.
I've already. Yeah, I don't want to say yes until I've done the research.
Sugar skulls. Sugar skulls. See, we saw sugar skull fabric, and I told you.
Okay, so you guys
validated.
Okay, so sugar skulls. Okay. Yeah, I actually had.
Oh, Angela's really quickly. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off again. Angela's this thing about Harry Potter. She has to be really careful.
Okay. So now, it is technically illegal to sell licensed material, because it
says right on the fabric, like not
personal
for commercial
use only. Blah 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 blah. That said, if I put it up on my Etsy shop for general sale, I could wake up one day and find myself with no shop. But on the other hand, if I make a private arrangement with you to do a custom, then that kind of changes the rules a little bit, because now I'm not offering it to the general public.
So Lucy mentions animal fabrics, and I am curious about this. So we have a couple things, but sometimes the fabrics that we find that are animals, do you guys prefer the sort of artistic style of animals or the more photorealistic animals? Because we have some like owls. We had an owl cloth. I think it might be eventually sold.
Well, just a second.
Oh, look, she's going to go get fabrics. This is the funnest part.
Fabric shopping.
Oh, bring the cartoony owls. I made her get some cartoony owls that are super cute. They're like scrapbooky. Yeah, Angela. So yeah, if you message her for custom, it's usually not a problem. It's just she can't list it because you can literally get shut down on Etsy. It doesn't really happen. People sell licensed stuff all the time, but she's trying hard to do the right good thing, you know.
Well, people sell it and get caught, get shut down.
I'm trying to convince her at some point to do some like tutorials and stuff. Maybe someday.
I have your frogs.
Also, because it's really fun to drag Peggy on camera and like torture her and have her torture me, and you guys seem to enjoy that for some reason, you sick jerks. I know, that's what I'm thinking. If you guys ever have requests or you see a fun random like questionnaire or tag or something you want us to do together on my channel just for funsies, I'm totally always down for that, especially if it involves surprising her with like random questions and stuff, because that's really fun. Oh, we have a pile of fabric.
Okay, so like, I mean, I have that one right now. It's
she made me a makeup bag out of that one.
Stop talking. So she does this. It's like, oh, Peggy, come online and talk to people online with me while I do all the talking, and you sit there. This is actually a almost a lime green for the background fabric. So I've got stuff like this that's really kitschy, and that's fine.
I like this one. The froggies.
I've got the frogs, which is a little, again, kitschy.
Oh, Lucy, you just don't know. Oh, there go the cheeks again. Oh boy, stop. No, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look over there. I'm not looking. Anyways, show fabric. We're showing fabric.
Okay, we're not really showing fabric. I'm just showing like.
Somebody just said flamingos. Is there flamingos? Didn't you just pick up some flamingo fabric?
I think I have a little. No, I don't.
She got pineapples. Anybody craving some pineapples?
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, I've got stuff. I've got.
Oh my God! Look at these chihuahuas, you guys.
It's corgis.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's corgis. I should know that. What is this? This looks like skeleton fingers. Show that one. That's really
skeleton fingers.
Show that one. That one's really bizarre.
This is.
It's like hearts, but it's made out of bones. You know who would like that? Julie would like that. No, hold that up. She likes skeletons. Hold that up.
It's kind of a.
It's hearts made out of skeleton. It's like skeleton hands doing this. How funny is that?
Okay.
That. This is mine. You can't get.
Stop.
This isn't.
I can't make you a bag out of that one.
I want a Game of Thrones bag.
So anyway, if anybody has basically, if I can find the fabric, I'll make the bag. That's
There's
fine.
More skeleton hearts. Why didn't you tell me you had these?
There's
more skeleton hearts.
These are my smaller pieces.
I told you Julie would love it. I told you.
These are okay.
Are these too small to make bags out of?
Oh my God! I'm sorry, guys. She's turning into a squirrel now.
Bruno,
these are too small to make a standard bag out of.
Make something. Julie just told you. She said, make something from that immediately. Get on it. Set those aside.
The only one I have that I can make something from is the pink.
The orange is the same damn size.
No, but I've got two pieces of
the
pink.
So you can do front and back. Oh, I see what you're saying. I can do
front and back with the pink.
She can make a pink skeleton heart hands. Okay. You know what? That would be so cute for your skeleton deck, Julie.
Okay, well, take care, Molly. And
Bye, Molly.
apparently at this point, we're just torturing each other for shits and giggles anyway.
Which is what we do.
Which is what we do.
Back to that. If you guys ever want a super goofy video, just random, just throw your ideas at us because I like dragging her on here.
Yeah, she likes dragging me on here because
fun.
sometimes I'm nice and sometimes I'm not.
It's like gambling with my life.
Yeah.
And then I have bruises on the inside.
So I've got kitchen. I
I'm
basically
gonna set this aside for Julie. Like, don't just bury it in the pile. I set it aside.
And I think I might be talking too loud. I have allergies, and when my
both
ears
shout.
get plugged, I have no volume control.
We get really excited.
The smaller piece is exactly what I'm thinking about doing, and there's also like fold over pouches and smaller.
Oh, you missed this, dead cheeky. But look, these are some prototypes for a mini bag and a small bag. So this one is for like mini deck, and then this one is for like tarot in a tin or like Lenormand style deck. They're just a little too short, so she's going to perfect this size and get it standardized. And then these are going to start going up on the shop as well for your little decks, like your Mildred Payne and that kind of stuff.
Yep. So anyway, so if it's licensed fabric, there's no rules. There's not really a whole lot of rules or regulations about making a private arrangement, which is what it would be, and that's not a problem if anybody has something in particular that they like.
Tell them about your custom prices because people have been asking.
I have no idea what to do I took my custom listing down because it's actually really way too high.
But you basically said it's about the same price as long as you have to go buy something special.
Yeah,
right?
like I mean, if what you want requires me to spend $50 for a really, really expensive material, then we're gonna have to talk. But for the most part, if it's like
you forgot the owls.
I couldn't find them. They're pale. They're in the pale blue, but I think I have them moved to the side. You created some 2-inch square Lenormands. See now, if you had a deck that small, and you could give me the measurement, and if you wanted a bag, it's like a lot of what I'm doing right now for custom is just custom sizes. But yeah, if I have the material or have access to the material at an affordable price, I can pretty much do anything.
Where's the panels at, Vic?
Huh? It's.
I thought you had panels in a specific.
Oh, are you looking for the panels?
Yeah,
They're down. They're down. Yeah, right there.
I found them.
Oh no, we are totally. She said. Kay said we could easily write a script for a comedy. I say that in a loving way. Love your channel. No. We're more like impromptu shenanigans. It's like really bad.
Like the what do you call
the Two Stooges?
Yeah, I was just gonna say we're like the Stooges, kind of, but
okay. Only one. Well, there's one Stooge in me.
So I showed this one. So I'm gonna make her make me a reading cloth out of one of these, but she's got more than one. So here's one here.
I think there's 4.
Yeah, there's 4. You can show the other ones. I'm gonna get this one.
She just drops it.
I just will give it to her.
She just oops.
That one's upside down. Look at you. You don't even do it right.
So these obviously.
How cute are these though? She didn't want to buy it, and I was like, people will totally.
Obviously, these are the cheater ones. These are the cheater ones that.
They're called panels, but look how cute. And she would back them, obviously, and then put fancy stitching.
I would either back them or quilt them.
You would back them
or quilt them.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then I want.
Oh, by the way, my new machine. Not only does it embroider, but it also is big enough for proper quilting. So I get to do some of that now.
This might be too big. She didn't really want to buy this one either, but I kind of talked her into it. But
no. I didn't.
Hold on. I didn't. Look at this bad boy. And look at all the little ones. Like these might be able to be for reading cloths. By the way, shipping to Mexico was US $13.48. Oh, good. Okay, not too bad.
Not at all. Okay.
So and then there's even this one across the top.
Oh,
with a bunch
but
of
wait
wizards.
a second.
So
if shipping to Mexico is $13.48,
that's 15 Canadian, is why.
That's still 15 Canadian, which means that the price I've got listed I can't really change from Mexico. But again, it looks like I'm not going to be. I mean, I have no idea how much I'm going to be able to bring the shipping down for.
Did you guys like this? Like
for the other areas?
Dragony
yeah,
bit?
she's got.
I think you'd have to cut out the squares and then like.
I think I would
put them on something else.
I think I would.
I'm like, I'm not the sewer, but I'm apparently telling her how to do it. Isn't that great? She puts up with so much for me. Such a good woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's your fabric back.
Yeah.
This is cute too. With that, we actually can get more of this. I think this has got little pentacles in it. On it. That.
Well, I'm
Lucy
glad
says that shipping is good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're okay with the shipping. Like I said, I'm researching as I can go, and it looks like it's going to be UK, Australia, and the EU that I can bring the price down. Not by a lot, but by $2 or $3 at least.
You don't get to talk apparently. Angela likes the owls too.
Okay.
And Julie.
Okay. The owls are coming. The owls are coming. So, yeah, and
So somebody needs to give me an idea for the next goofy video to do with live then, since we're so entertaining. We're super entertaining. Maybe we could just think, why are you laughing like that?
Because
you just had a bad thought. She had a bad thought. I think, see, Amy likes the dragon. Told you.
On doing theater on stage. Oh, that would be bad. That would
sounded like winter is coming. The owls are coming.
I got one piece that's Game of Thrones,
Don't
but
bury the heart. That's for Julie.
Relax. Oh my god, relax.
But yeah, if you guys think of something,
and there was and by the way, there was a question on the Facebook page. I've already answered it.
You're talking with your hands, shaking the camera.
I've already answered it on the Facebook page.
Why?
I'm talking with my hands down low. I'm doing this as I talk, and I'm shaking the table. And Lisa's going, you're shaking the table.
Did I do it in that voice specifically?
No, but you know what she does? She'll eventually reach under the table, put her hand on my leg, and then she'll be like, ow! I'd be like,
no, I'll just squeeze harder until you start behaving.
I'm sitting there going like this.
This is what I have to do at fancy dinner, so she doesn't say stuff like dick butt. That's what the thing
You
is.
said it first.
Do another question and fast answers, pretty please. Okay, we got to come up with a list of questions. Somebody find me a list of questions to ask her and message me or email me. You can find my email on my YouTube under for business inquiries and send me a crazy list of questions to ask Peggy. The crazier, the better, because she's good when she's surprised. But not for me. I like to know what's coming. No surprise questions for me.
No. Okay, so materials, blah 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 blah.
Mostly cottons, though. You pretty much stick to mostly.
I pretty much stick to cotton because
they're sturdy and they hold up.
Bye, Dead Cheeky.
Bye, Dead Cheeky. I know it's super late.
Yeah,
We're probably
it's late
signing
for
off
everybody.
soon too, so we can feed the doggies.
You keep interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
You're mean.
Am I interrupting you now?
You will.
How about now? Go ahead. It's fine. I'll be quiet.
I can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh.
It was probably important too.
Oh, probably. Did you give them the surprise? Yeah, you did.
I did.
That's the other thing. We're gonna do a 500 subscriber giveaway.
500 subscriber giveaway.
We're sort of amassing ideas for what to put in it. 100 questions nobody asks. Oh, there is one of those. I forgot that was going around.
Oh my god.
I can do that.
Okay, but we would just be here for hours, like with me saying really, really rude stuff to my wife.
Are they long answer questions? Maybe we'll break it into 2 parts. We could totally do that one.
Yeah.
We could totally do that one. Lucy, remind me, and we'll totally do that one.
Oh my god, I am such a night owl. It's like I've got this lovely combination of I have really bad insomnia, like really bad, and she snores. So I'm like,
thanks for announcing that on the internet.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my god, what? I do not.
I'm gonna record you. I'm gonna record you.
You are not, and you are
but
not.
But if you do not, what do you? Oh yeah, she does not snore like that. But the idea that oh yeah. So yeah, I'm regularly up.
Like Lisa moans in her sleep. I'm not doing anything.
She's in there by herself sleeping, and it's like, oh my god, what is she doing?
It's not embarrassing at all. I'm so glad we're talking about this on the Great White Internet.
Yeah, don't let her forget. Don't let her forget, Lucy, to put together some questions because apparently we're managing to be entertaining talking about tarot bags. So yeah, so basically I would love ideas for different types of designs, different types. I don't know that I want to really move too much away from cotton because the cotton is extremely sturdy. I know everybody says they want silk, but quality. Well, people say, oh, you should wrap your tarot deck in silk and all that stuff.
Man, we are not that traditional in this crowd.
Stop interrupting me. You're interrupting me. No, it's kind of
interrupting you.
It's kind of an interesting conversation because I mean, I understand the idea behind why people want to wrap their bags in silk, but the silk that people are using to make bags with
is crappy. It's expensive and it's
if your fingers are the least bit rough, go like this, and you're like, whoosh.
If you're a texture freak, silk or satin can be really bad unless your skin is like perfect.
Yeah, see, I'm finding the cotton. I'm finding the cotton has been really, really nice because. Okay, and this is kind of like the secret, but quilting is so incredibly popular right now.
Want silk and velvet. Do you mean like a reading cloth, like one of these bad boys? This, I will tell you,
that's
this fabric.
That's a silk front on a velvet
this
back.
Silk was probably like $40 a meter. I think if you were to make one of these to sell, you'd have to like charge a lot.
I did. And it did
make an extra one.
I did make one and it sold.
It was like $50 though, I think.
It's crazy.
It was expensive. Just because the fabric's so expensive.
Good silk. That's not
like
gonna
not the scratchy gauzy crap. But
there's this stuff out there. There's this person that I stumbled across that's selling
Yeah, this
tarot
one doesn't
bags,
snag on my skin.
and they were bragging about how they use something called Dupioni silk, and I saw some at the fabric
checked
store.
it out at
It's
the
the
fabric store.
cheapest garbage
It's
you
gross.
can find.
It
It's
feels
gross.
yucky.
I like. Oh, there's this
This is
Dupioni
really
silk they're
nice
talking
silk.
about. Let's check this out. And it's like this, all these silk just sticking to my fingers. It was such a mess.
Yeah,
It's
true.
silk on dry skin, and it's,
yeah, it is.
my
And I
s-
get dry skin. I hate that texture feeling. This one's not bad, but it's really an expensive silk. Like I said, it's like 40 something a yard.
So anyway, but yeah,
Oh,
quilting.
So anyway,
Yeah, let's
so
get back to what we were talking. Okay.
back to her.
By the way, it is like Tendertown. Everything's a
Tangent Town?
Tangent
I thought you
Town.
said Tinder Town, and that's something else entirely.
Swipe left or swipe right?
I don't know which direction because I'm old and I've been married for 12 years.
You're not that old. Anyway,
I'm with you. So
shut up.
Shut up.
I'm
I'm
finishing.
sorry, yes,
I'm
back to the
finishing a
group.
thought. I'm trying to get back on. My hair's a mess. A
Oh,
little bit of it.
I just need to cut all of it off again.
Okay. Anyway, quilting is really popular right now, which means that the range of designs that you can get in cotton is like astounding.
There's a lot of fabric
Yeah.
to choose from.
Well, like there's this. If you look, well, I guess you won't see a picture of it.
Tinder Town.
The one store that we go to is like it's like this massive warehouse.
It's huge.
It's absolutely huge.
It's like
great.
Candyland for fabric lovers.
Oh yeah, it's like they easily have a couple of thousand on hand at any given time.
Yeah, they have a lot.
It's amazing. What you clicking the buttons for?
Because I feel like it.
Don't click the buttons.
Don't
click the buttons. Anyway, I will do silks. Sometimes I do silks, and sometimes I do. Sometimes I do silks. We're just gonna put her hands down here. Sometimes I do silks, and sometimes I do velvets when I can get a good deal or when I have a reason to use it. But for the most part, unless I'm specifically asked, I tend to avoid using this. I'll use the velvet because it's messy, but it's not bad. But the silks, I just try to pull. Okay, Amy.
You're an early bird, Amy. Okay, have a good night. More if there's a tarot witchy store. There are so many witchy stores near here.
Oh yeah,
we have Banyan Books down on 4th Avenue in Vancouver. They're huge deck selection. Like a whole wall. I should vlog there sometime so you guys can see it. That would be fun. And Reflections near me is amazing.
We have Reflections.
They carry Peggy's bags. Hey,
Reflections bookstore.
They have a little basket with her bags. It's so cool.
Anybody who's in or near the
have
Vancouver area, Amy. Reflections bookstore carries my bags. And Melissa is a store owner. She is amazing,
she's such a doll. She's so nice.
If you're looking for something and you just tell her, she will. If
she'll
she
order
can,
it in
if she
for
can
you.
find it, she'll order it in. She's great to work with.
She got in the Guild Tarot book for me,
so
I didn't have to order
got you
online.
stuff.
Yeah,
got you stuff.
She also she's where I've been getting those.
I think the dogs have given up and have just decided to go starve quietly in a corner somewhere.
It's almost dinner time.
Night, Kay.
All right, we probably should wrap this up because
we're just kind of babbling at this point. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas, because I would love to hear them.
You know what I just thought of? Have you guys seen Hocus Pocus? Like literally how I was feeling just then.
Hocus Pocus.
You know the movie Hocus Pocus?
Are you Shannon Doherty?
No, that's Charmed.
Oh,
what? You can't get your witch shows messed up on my channel.
Hocus Pocus, Bette Midler?
Yes.
Bette Midler.
Do you remember the part where like the one younger witch, I forget her name, was like...
It wasn't Bette Midler.
They were saying something about running... No, it wasn't Bette Midler.
Oh, she was in it.
Yes, Bette Midler was in it. Good job,
I know who she is.
Good job. That's because she's old. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I love you, Bette Midler. If you're watching this, why would you be watching my channel?
Amok.
Yes, amok. I'm so glad Angela finished my story for me because I was never going to get
skunks and raccoons. We had skunks and raccoons in our old place so bad. In our old place in Vancouver, we had skunks and raccoons in the yard to the point where if I needed to go outside at night, I would knock on the door before I opened the door to avoid getting skunked.
That's so true.
Because I would open the door and there'd just be a skunk standing there looking at me. I was like, "Hi." So I just started going, can I come outside in my own yard? It'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay.
But skunks are actually really friendly.
This was very entertaining.
Once they get used to you, they're just like, "Hey, how you doing?"
You know what? They seem really cuddly. I've seen videos of them where they're just kind of curling up and
until you piss them off. And it's like, "Oh, dude, I don't want
to piss off a skunk." That's the moral of the story. You name them, Kay? Aw.
Yeah, so skunks are hilarious. We had this one skunk that would just go in our backyard. We had a garden. And he would go toddle, 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 toddle. And the garden was like down. So he had toddled into the garden. He'd go, wee, into the garden. It's like every night. Yeah.
He just like leap into it.
Scared the hell out of him one day because he didn't realize that he was so busy trying to get to the garden.
This was a vegetable garden, so he was getting snacks.
He wasn't eating the vegetables. He was like digging around for the bugs and the worms that were underneath.
Oh, I thought he was eating the vegetables.
No, he wasn't eating the vegetables. No, they like worms and
And then she had a
grubs and stuff.
pond outside with little fishies in it and kept feeding the raccoons the fishies.
We had to stop doing that because
I was like, can you stop putting fish in because you're just feeding the raccoons? And she's like, but it's feeding the raccoons. And she felt like she was like doing some kind of public service. And I'm like, no, we don't need more trash pandas in the yard.
We didn't have a lot of raccoons.
We didn't. Just a few.
Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna
clearly
go
in our squirrely
We're gonna
phase.
get going. So we'll put the link to the
I put it
discount.
in there. I put it in the chat, but I'll also put it in the
You'll
description
do your
box.
thing. Do the thing.
Yeah, but
Make things happen.
The code on the shop is supportive tarot, 10% off, standing discount because we love you all. And and we're still compiling.
And a second little secret.
What was the second secret?
Well, I am going to be doing a sale for Christmas. I don't know how much of a sale it's going to be now that I actually couldn't do.
It's going to be a Yule sale.
Yeah, it'll be a Yule sale.
A Yule sale. Thanks,
so
honey.
that sale is probably going to be like at least 20%. So if money is an issue,
maybe 15, 20?
15 to 20. We haven't decided yet. It depends.
You mentioned that you wanted your salmon one to be the biggest.
It depends. It depends on how much stuff I can get done because losing almost 2.5 weeks of work has really.
All right, Kay, go enjoy, relax.
Yeah, relax your tummy muscles because we're gonna do this again apparently because apparently we're funny.
Now. We'll stop hurting you now. That's what she's saying. We're hurting her. Stop hurting you.
Yeah, Lisa's hurting you.
No, you're hurting her.
I'm amazing.
Well, so am I. So it's gotta be. All right, you guys.
They don't have to live with you. They don't know.
I'm gonna go have some dinner and feed my doggies and come down off of this tarot
thing.
reader high that I've got going on right now from reading for the last 4 hours.
Yep.
And so I hope you all have a great night. Bye, La Cara Blanca.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening to me babble about my bags
and
for
just
an
putting
hour.
up with our crap in general. We appreciate that as always. I will be back tomorrow morning with my decks that I worked with this week video, so you can catch that.
Well, I don't know if this for Lucy on the discounts. I don't know if it matters or not, but if you particularly want something and you want me to pull it and set it aside for you, as long as I'm able to, I can't make everything a.
We can always just throw up a thumbnail that says like custom listing for so and so in front of an existing bag. And we can hold for a reasonable amount of time, right? Because that way maybe if you bought, because then you'll only pay one shipping cost or stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I can't do it. It'll depend on what it is, and I don't even know how to explain that crap. This is where I start going. Maybe I should just give it away. I'm doing the wee splat thing now.
Let's do the wee splat.
Oh, you need to make me dinner.
You're getting stupid now.
I almost said I'm really stupid. Look what you doing to me.
Okay. Lisa gets tired. And the brain cells, you can watch them.
You guys got to get out of here before
just shutting down.
Bye, Lucy. Bye. All right, I'm going to shut this thing down now. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.